They came across the Atlantic Ocean. They started with 102 people. You got to think, women are pregnant. They were on the Atlantic Ocean for 65 days. You think they had a lot to eat? You start thinking, where'd they go to the bathroom? 102 started on the Mayflower. 102 landed on a Plymouth Rock. But one guy died. So what happened? Some lady had a baby on the boat. You know who died? It was one of those strangers. As the Pilgrims are coming across the Atlantic Ocean, they're singing, "Amazing Grace, how great thou art." They're praying and singing hymns to Jesus. And one of the strangers that was running the boat, he wasn't a Christian. He didn't like that. So he started getting mad and grumbling. So they started praying. Hey, they started Old Testament praying.
Right.
That stranger got a disease and died, and they threw him off the boat into the Atlantic Ocean. I think it's about time some people in Bible-believing churches start Old Testament praying a little bit. I don't know about you, but I wake up every day and I say, God, if we got leaders in Montgomery County and Virginia and in Washington who won't accept you, who won't follow you, would you just get rid of them?
Right.
People say, well, that's kind of harsh. I thought God is love. He is. That's why He sent Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a responsibility as Christians. They landed at Plymouth Rock. They were expecting a bunch of Indians there, right? They didn't. You imagine giving up everything and not knowing what you was going. We can't even imagine that. They landed, and they said, "Boys, girls, before we get off this boat, because we don't know what's on the land, we better put something on paper that we're going to stick together." And they penned what's called the Mayflower Compact. The first document ever penned to the United States of America. Hey, we're 150 years before we get our independence. We ain't even got there yet.
Yeah.
They sit down and they said, some of the first words of the Mayflower Compact said, "For the glory of God." Now watch this. Somebody tells you we're founded a Christian nation. You tell them to go take a long walk on the short pier without a life jacket.
Right.
They said, "For the glory of God," this is what the Mayflower Compact says, "and the advancement of the Christian faith." The Pilgrims came over here for one reason, and that was to evangelize the world for the Christian faith.
Right.
Not the Muslim faith, not the Buddhist faith,
Right.
no other faith.
Amen.
But the Christian faith. You little boys and girls, you don't let no school teacher lie to you and say, "Oh, we can worship." You got freedom to worship how you want to. But the laws and the documents that founded America, I'll show you here in a little bit, was based on one book. And it's called B-I-B-L-E.
Right.
That's the book for me.
Right.